Thanks for tuning in, guys, to the Pest and Lawn Ginja, and this is my week 2 lawn leveling on This Is My Lawn. I think it's safe to say last week I beat the lawn up pretty bad and it sucked. But I got a few more things I got to do this week in order to continually progress forward in my goal for a perfectly level lawn. So I beat my lawn up pretty bad last week and it started to recover, and fingers crossed everything will go nicely. I've still got some areas that are a little touch and go. So today I'm going to run my Sunjo dethatcher. It's got the tines on it. See if I can't pull that grass upward. Now I cut it really short. I cut it down to about 1/2 inch. And some of these areas that I cut short, I put too much dirt in and the shoots aren't quite getting up. And if they don't reach the sun soon, it's just all going to die. So it's really important I massage it a little bit better than I have, but let me show you exactly how the lawn is going. Big Ned over here not caring much. He loves the sand and he loves rolling in it. This area I'm just most likely going to give up and overseed because it's got so much sand in it. I put almost 3 inches of sand in some of these areas. But the rest of the lawn, you can see it's a little pitted out. And this is kind of normal for the process from what I'm being told. And you just kind of have to get through it and keep massaging it. But I don't want these areas to die because if they sit over winter and get too wet, they're going to get really soggy. Now this is my area along the fence line that I leveled. I'm just going to have to overseed those. You can see how much water comes over from the neighbor side. It's pretty incredible. And then it starts to dissipate on this side, not as much. Now me and the Joe are gonna get some sun today and just show this grass who's boss. Now the point of this exercise is to lift the grass up. Now all in all, I'm pretty happy with the results. It's pulling the grass up as I wanted it to. And you can see underneath the blades, they're starting to go fluorescent because they're not getting sunlight. And this side of my house is on the north side of the house and it receives the least amount of sunlight once we get into the fall. So that's why it's really important that I pull all this up so it doesn't just get all soggy, matted, and die. Luckily for me, the Joe is pulling through. The grass blades are starting to come up really, really well. And in the front yard, you're gonna see a much bigger difference than what we did in the backyard. And the main reason being is because the sand is a lot more dry. Hey, I'm pretty happy with this. I felt like I got a little bit of leveling going on when I was cross hatching because the sand's now completely dry. The grass blades are standing up now. Looks thicker. It actually looks happier. I did beat up the lawn a little bit. I decided to go at -5 on my Sunjo, which is not recommended to go past 0 with the tine dethatcher. So ended up using the Scarifier on accident. I'm glad I did. It's looking pretty good. It got into the soil really well and it's really pulled the grass up, so I couldn't be happier. Let's go ahead and mow it and see what we're dealing with. Now it's been a little while since I've watered. It's been about a week and you can see it is dusty. But I'll tell you what, the mow job cleaned everything up. The color's not quite back to where I want it, but between the Scarifier and the mowing, it's looking a lot better than what it was. Feels like a magic trick. The color's starting to come back. Things are looking thicker. Starting to get a little less worried. But now it's time to give this lawn a drink. I buried a couple of the sprinklers, so now I need to go to Home Depot or my local hardware store and just find some risers. So that's what I'm on the search for this morning. Let's go find them and let's get this project going. It's safe to say that I really don't like sprinkler work, but I'm gonna do this one on my own. It's a real simple job and it's just gotta get done. All I'm going to do is pop one of the sprinklers off so I can make sure that I get the right diameter or right threaded riser for the rest of them since they all match. Now I just came down to my local Home Depot, and luckily for me, they've got the right size. Everything appears to be fitting just fine. So my focus is to get 2 or 3 of these 6-inch risers, since I have 2 or 3 spots that have some serious issues. And then I'm gonna buy about 6 of the 3-inch risers, since I really don't need anything larger than that. So the problem I'm facing along this perimeter edge is I'm going to need to do an overseed, but the sprinklers are buried. So I ran a 30-second cycle just to get the heads to pop up so I can see where they're at. And now it's just time to put the risers in. Now, in order to make this job easy, I bought the threaded risers. So it should be pretty plug and play, but with my experience in sprinklers, there's going to be a few of these and a little bit of these. And then I might get the job done if I'm lucky.
Oh wow, that is dirty.
At the end of the day, I was really hoping I was going to be able to just use the threaded risers and screw off the sprinkler, put the riser in and screw it back in, but in all reality, it didn't work out that way. Threads weren't lining up, so I ended up having to dig a 12-inch diameter hole and really uprooting the sprinkler line and then putting the riser on and getting the job done. Now with a few adjustments, they work fantastic. It ain't perfect, but it's mine. Right here, I thought I'd outsmart the kids and Ned by putting up some caution tape, and you can see that worked really well. All right, so my plan of attack is going to be really simple on this one. I want to do an overseed. I'm not sure if the seed's going to take because we've been getting 32-degree nighttime temperatures about once or twice a week, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. Now I'm going to use the Barzerati by Barenbrug. It's a real good, healthy seed. It's got decent color. It's also found in the Turf Blue Pro HGT for those of you who want to buy it. Now, the other plan is I need to have something to get the seeds started and going. So I'm going to use a product by Pbi Gordon called Liquid Launch. It's basically liquid cow manure. It works really, really well. Now, after reading the label, it looks like I need to be about 32 ounces per 1,000 square feet, which may seem high, but the amount of available nitrogen is really low, so it's not going to do anything to the seed. Now, if you want to skip this step, all you have to do is purchase the Yellow Jacket technology from Barenbrug, and it's got the seeds micro-encapsulated, so you don't have to worry about it. Pretty crazy what a day makes with that 1/2 inch of water. The lawn's growing, it's a lot happier. The color's back too, might I add you. The lawn does have that little fluorescent tinge to it, and that's pretty normal because a lot of this lawn hadn't seen the sun for over a week. So I'm pretty happy with the results and how well the scarification and a little bit of water worked. This professional sprayer by FlowZone that I kind of jerry-rigged, it works so well. I'm spraying it 1 gallon per minute per 1,000 square feet. My whole lawn took me 2.5 minutes, saved me a ton of time. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm pretty stinky. That Liquid Launch, it's a smelly one. I'm gonna throw my clothes in the wash, my shoes in the wash, and get going. I'll tell you what, this concludes my week 2 of my lawn leveling. And as you can see, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty stoked. If you guys have any questions or comments, hit me up. Love to help you guys out. Until next time, guys, this is Ginja. I'm out of here. Bye.